What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Grant Funky Frabe, and I have something I want to talk about. So, a little while ago, on Sire's Facebook groups, there was a link getting passed around saying, "Oh my gosh, is this real?" And it was a link that consisted of a new Sire bass model. I'm only going to be going over the bass models because I'm not a guitar player. So, supposedly everybody's speculating that this is going all these new models and finishes are going to be released in NAMM 2024, and I'm excited because I wanted to get this video out because I wanted to discuss it before the event happens, and I want to see what's going to happen because I was saying that this was all fake, and then someone provided me a link, which I will provide in the description for you guys, of the link that will take you to all of the new basses and finishes. Because you can't, I don't think as of right now you can find them on their website. Could be wrong. But anyway, now that we're here, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Z34 and the Z35. So this is their take on a Music Man style bass. So this is going to consist of what looks like their one humbucker and their, I assume, yep, it looks like it's going to be their Heritage 3 preamp. So they got their branded bridge. This looks like a new bridge just for this bass. They got, this actually is not their Heritage 3. No mid-frequency. Oh, okay. Wow, that's wild. I get it, though, because this is a cheaper bass, that there's no mid-frequency. I understand that, but at the same time, Sire's mid-frequency is my favorite mid-frequency selector of all time. Fight me. You can argue with me in the comments. I love their sweepable mid-range frequency as my favorite part. So it looks like you're just going to have volume, tone, and bass and treble. So that finish looks gorgeous. That's a metallic black. What are they going to call this? Sparkle black. I like that. They're bringing the rose gold into the equation. I love rose gold. My laptop's rose gold. I'm a huge fan of rose gold. That looks gorgeous. This is going to be very similar probably to their burgundy, a little more pink. I like that. It looks like this is going to have 34-inch scale, regular C-shaped. They're going to have their edgeless stuff going on while they're doing the 22 fret. They're not doing the 20 or the 24. They're just doing the 22, which is an interesting decision. 42 millimeter nut width. They're doing the white dot on a rosewood or black dot on a maple fretboard. They got their 5-bolt steel plate joint. They're gonna have their new standard pickup, no mid frequency, which is a first as far as I'm aware. And then they got their blue, which is gonna look great with the white. It's a little bit lighter blue, which I like. Let's see what's going on with the back here. They're going to have their string through just like normal. They got the Sire's typical tuners on here. Wow, are they bringing back the battery, the plastic foldable battery door? Okay, first generations had that battery door that you could pop open and it was easy. But over time, they would break. I would know this because I'm very careful with my instruments, but yet I still found that my battery door, one of the two, because they're 18-volt preamps, one did break just by itself. So I have it gaff taped and I haven't fixed it because I haven't needed to. But this is a nice change because they went to, that to me looks like a hinge. I could be wrong, but they were going to the 4 screws, which then you need a Phillips screwdriver, which you should always have in your bag anyway. However, having the battery door that you can open without any extra tools is always a plus. So that's going to come in a 4 and a 5-string version. They also have their Z7s, which is going to have their mid-frequency, it looks like, because it's their higher-end version of this style bass. And this is going to consist of having a neck pickup. Looks like they might be doing, is that a single coil they're doing there? Let's see. Active 3-band preamp, which is awesome. It's their new Sire Z-shaped body. Inspired by iconic 70s bass model with a defined lower cutaway, which is nice. Lower cutaways are always nice to have. It just is easier to play. Any manufacturer that does not make their cutaways large enough. It irks me because, yes, sometimes we play up here. I know, shocking. I actually quite use the higher end of the bass quite often. Um, so it looks like they're going to have their natural, antique white, burgundy, and mint, and a 3-tone sunburst. They're going to have all of basically everything that encompasses a Sire with the rolled fretboards, the C-shaped neck, which is on most of them. They're going to have their 5-bolt. And this is going to have a single jazz and a Music Man pickup set. I wonder... Yeah. So it's going to have just a single and a Music Man, which is nice to have. I think that this is going to be the more sold model, in my opinion, just because it has that mid frequency change, and it's going to have this extra pickup for tonal variety. Again, as we know, physics tell us that the closer to the middle of the string you get, the warmer the sound. And I'm a slap player, but I do like having the thickness, and which is why you probably won't ever see me with a bass with one pickup, just because it's normally towards the bridge. And just physics tell us that the string vibrating down here is not as thick as it vibrating over here. So I think that this is going to be a far better setup. It's going to have their traditional, easy to get to truss rod, vintage style adjustment. So that's going to be their new Z series. They also are coming out with a full scale version of the U5, and they're coming out with a U7. So this is going to be a full scale version of their short scale U5. I think this is a good option because the U5 actually blew up in popularity. I was seeing them all over the place getting rave reviews. So far, the fit and finish looks nice. The bridge looks just like kind of like a standard basic, not a high mass one or anything. So you're kind of losing there. I wonder if the price is actually going to reflect that. And it looks like there's less knobs on this. This looks like it's going to be kind of the same setup, maybe no mid-frequency. I assume volume, active-passive, as most Sires have, which I love. That's one of my favorite features. It looks like they're just going to have volume, tone, bass, and treble. Let's see here. This is going to feature a lightweight streamlined body that introduces closed pickups and a new preamp. Oh, shoot. Encompassing elements that the younger generation would appreciate. Nice. That the younger generation would appreciate. Does that include me? It's a sleek design, comfortable playability, and a clean modern sound akin to studio grade quality. It makes an excellent choice for frequent traveling musicians. I'm assuming this is going to be lighter. We're coming in 3 finishes. We're getting rose gold, metallic, surf green, and satin black. The black is probably going to be the most popular out of these two. Rose gold, if I have to guess, is probably going to be the second most sold. I'm not a huge fan of the green. That's just me. That looks like it's going to be great because this is probably going to be a lot lighter than the other basses. I'm curious to see. It says new preamp, but does it tell us what is new about it? Specifications. We got... So it's going to be 34-inch scale, which is nice. So you're going to have that extra less of an inch to have a more rounded tone as opposed to the strings being stretched over another inch, which typically doesn't allow them to vibrate as warmly. We got a C-shape. Looks like we're going to have Abalone rounded rectangular blocks, 5 bolts. So the Super PJ Revolution set. And so this is, so actually this is basically looks like what's coming in the Z3. It is a Heritage 2. So this is going to be in the Z3s and the U7s. It's, volume, blend, treble, and bass. Exactly as I thought. No pick guard on that one because that is the trope of the newer higher end Sires ripped to the V9. V9s are still one of my favorites to this day. It's unfortunate that the 2 V9s that I did buy that were left in existence brand new had some quality control issues that I could not accept. But my favorite finish of all time from Sire is still the transparent black. So I don't think I said this already, but I did win a Sire back in 2015. So I've been a Sire fan for a long time, and this is why I'm covering them. I won a white blonde back in 2015 when Dunlop was running a promotion. I now own a M7 6-string that took me forever to get because they released it during the height of COVID, and parts I assume were hard to get. So they made one batch and sold out immediately and were sold out for a very long time. If you don't know, they also have their 24 fret V5s, which is a good call because I've always wanted a jazz bass to have 24 frets. It's just, I like having that full range on any bass. It's always appreciated. But the only downside to these, obviously, are the colors. These are already released and have been out for at least maybe almost a year now, I want to say. But the colors are just to me. This would look better if it had the black pickguard on it with the black block inlays, but again, that might just be me. A lot of people were concerned about the shape of it because they're bringing in this cutout a little bit to get the 24 frets, so it looks a little bit different, but that's not my concern. My concern is the color options on those are not too delightful. So this is another supposedly, remember folks, this is all speculation. This link is an official website link, so it's probably confirmed, but we're waiting for an official announcement. This link will be in the description of the video. They're coming out with new finishes on the V10s, which I'm super excited about because these finishes are far superior to what they've already had. Like I said, the V9 finishes were far better in my opinion. So these are nice. They're just nice. They got a poplar burl top with a swamp ash base. And this is going to have basically their 34-inch scale, their C-shaped neck, rolled fretboard edges, you know, the works. It's going to be the same as the V10s already, except they have better looking finishes. I really like this transparent black, although, oh yeah, it's not going to show me on this page, the transparent black. Yeah, it's not going to show me. This website's weird. If we go back a little bit, there is a point in which they show up again where you can actually change the color of them. For some reason, they don't change the color there. But I'm excited. The transparent black looks nice. The wood is actually starting to come through the finish more than they had before on the transparent colors. I think that's going to be delightful because it actually works with all the colors. The black is a little bit lighter. The green is actually, I'm not a huge fan of green, but the green on these bases look fantastic. If I can find where they're at, I know they're here somewhere. But yeah, so the V10s are going to basically just have everything a regular V10 has on it already that you're familiar with, except for it looks like the neck is not roasted as much. It looks like it's still roasted slightly. But anyway, moving on, they are releasing their version of an acoustic, and it's without a cutout hole. This has the potential to rock everybody's world for a couple of reasons. One, it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper than some because it's Sire. Also, this bass has obviously a brand new preamp because it's an acoustic bass, so it's going to have to be different because it's got a piezo pickup in it. But it's going to have a full 3-band EQ on it, which is awesome. And the one thing I like about Sire is they typically add features here and there that aren't normally found typically on basses, like a phase switch. So they like to add certain things here and there. If this piezo pickup sounds great, this bass is going to rock. And the reason I say that is because this bass is also coming in a fretless variant, it looks like. And we all know that fretless basses are one of the most beautiful sounding instruments in the world. I'm working on making my own at the moment. But this also comes in a 4 and 5 string. So this is going to have the potential to rock the industry if it comes in at the right price point. I'm super excited for this and to hear what this sounds like. It's got the vintage style truss rod adjustment that's easy to get to. No cover on that. And the one thing I do like about this is it looks like Sire is going with a easily removable battery compartment, which is a win in my opinion. It looks like that's where the battery goes, because why else would there be a giant chunk here next to the input jack? That is my speculation. Headstock looks great. I think, as usual, a lot of people didn't like them, still don't like them. I do like their headstock. I think it looks great. They did a really good job at not copying Fender enough to get sued, but they put a good enough spin on it. The last bass that I'd like to talk about here is something that is super, super unique from Sire. They are going, well, obviously that acoustic's pretty unique already, but they are coming in with the F10, which is supposedly the newest high-end bass model. It says it's crafted with only premium woods and parts featuring poplar burl crafted based on the requests and advices of many performers. It showcases a bass line that goes through even more stringent quality checks, ensuring a top-notch product. Sire, I would have not have said that, though, because this only implies that the other basses are not going through a proper quality check. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying the way you're writing this, I honestly would have just left it as the new high-end bass model with premium woods and parts, instead of saying through even that the bass goes through even more stringent quality checks. In my opinion, I know that labor is included in the price factor and why they're so cheap. However, I wouldn't be admitting that one bass is getting far more treatment than the other, because you have handmade boutique bass makers and guitar makers, luthiers, that make quality instruments, and they all go through the same testing and quality checks. I actually just picked up a Brubaker last year. Here it is, one of one custom that was ordered by somebody, and I was basically the second owner. I went to go pick up a Sire at Chuck Levin's in Maryland. My girlfriend and I went on a weekend trip. She pointed this out. I left with the Sire, but came back the same day, like within an hour, just because I played this bass, and it was the best bass I've ever played. This bass will go through the same quality checks that all of Brubaker's other basses go through. So in my opinion, I wouldn't have said that. But anyway, let's move on. This only comes in one finish, the poplar burl. Looks like it's going to have the same pickups they have in their M7, which I'm excited about because it's always great. The back looks nice. It looks like they're also going with the easy-to-get-to battery compartment. It looks like there's the latch right there. The hinge is probably on this side. Nice. Got the string through. And another thing I should mention is those acoustic basses also have a string through option, which is very interesting in my opinion. But this is actually going to look like it's going to come with just the hardware that the M7 come with. It's got the same tuning peg style designs. It's got the same Revolution H pickups that they got. And the one thing I like about Sire's basses in this range is the saddle adjustment left to right, always a plus. And something that a lot of manufacturers don't provide on their preamps are that each pickup can individually be changed between parallel series and single coil, whereas a lot of basses like Ibanez on their preamps, like on my Brubaker, they only have the option to change both pickups at the same time, not to change them. This preamp is the same preamp, the 3-band that they have, which again has that infamous mid switch that I love so much. I love the sweepable mid range that they have. It's been my favorite out of every bass I've ever played, and you can argue with me all day. Of course, it's always a matter of opinion, but still, their preamp rocks. So it's coming with basically all of the same stuff that the M7 is coming with, except this is their take on a wing style design. Ever since I've gotten my Brubaker, the wing design has grown on me so incredibly much. I love it. But I think what this is designed to do is to kind of keep the balance in check. A lot of people have complained with Sire's neck dive. I have never experienced Sire having neck dive. I have an original V7 with the tuning pegs, the original tuning pegs on there. I have never had a problem with neck dive. My M7, the tuning pegs are already, and the headstock is already so light that there's no way it can have neck dive. But the one thing about this F10 is they're also coming out with the 6-string version, just like the M7 6s. So Sire will finally have a secondary model that is 6-string variant, which is nice for all the two-handed people like myself who like to arrange more piano-esque ballads on the bass to have that extended range. That's always welcome. So this is going to come with everything, the Edgeless, the Pure H Revolution set. The one thing that this F10 does come with that pretty much any other Sire does not, at least that I know of, comes with a hard case when you purchase it. Every other Sire, I think, comes with a soft gig bag This is coming with the hard case. That is going to be a great value. Let's just be real. The hard case is going to be an excellent value backed behind this awesome looking base. It does look awesome. Maybe eventually they're going to introduce more finishes than just this. This is pretty. However, the more options, the better. And in my opinion, there's far better options than this. I do like natural wood finishes, but I do know that only having one in the lineup is very stringent. It's not, as nice. Even their D5 has 3 different finishes. So that is all speculation at the moment. Like I said, this is not found on their website as of yet. Looks like this looks like it's new, this Larry Carlton L5, which looks sweet. It's more like, I guess, a 50s design. They got like that ore, the ore style headstock on there. Looks like we're going to go boating on a canoe or something with that paddle. I like that. It's kind of cool though. I like this body shape. It's very unique. So yeah, I'm not sure. I have not kept up with the guitar side. This looks like it's new. The J5, which is their take on Jags, looks like. But yeah, so that is basically all they have right now. But that's a lot. That's a lot of new stuff that Sire seems to be wanting to come out with. So NAMM is January 25 through 28 this year. I'm recording this as of January 14. So I'm excited to see what they announce. Like, I really like what they got going on here. I think the Z3s are a great option now for people who want a cheaper bass that is more Music Man style. I definitely think the Z7 is going to be sold more just because it has that neck pickup. I always play basses with 2 pickups. I don't know why. I do know why. I have a problem with one pickup basses because, as physics tell us, again, that the string will vibrate thick with a more thick sound towards the middle of it. So when you have that neck pickup as well, you get a more beefier tone, which I'm all about. So let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are on these. I'm going to provide this link in the comments in the description, not the comments, so you guys can take a look. It looks like these T7 TV, the X10 and the X5 are all new. There's no image on here for them, so I'm interested to see what happens with those. The X10 looks like it's going to be very, very interesting and their highest end guitar yet. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Let's have some comments on this. I'm interested to see what they're going to come out with. So we're going to see if this is legit or not in a couple of weeks. So yeah, you guys take a look through this and you can read through everything in the comments. It's going to bring you to basically all of their basses in the lineup. Anyway, with that being said, I'm Grant Funky Frabe. I just got OBS set up for the first time ever with my mic. The lighting isn't the greatest. I got to work on getting some better lights. I just got the dual screen set up so I can kind of monitor what's going on. So I just got a new audio box, which I'm really liking. I got the 8i6 Focusrite Scarlett. Right now I'm just using my webcam on my laptop to do these kind of reaction overlay things. Because when I tried using this a while ago, my HD camera, it was laggy, super laggy, so I got to figure that out. But as time goes on, I will start developing the videos a little bit better. My editing skills I have to improve on. I would like to do reviews of all of my basses, including my Brewbreaker, because he deserves all of the advertising he can get, because it is the best bass I've ever played, hands down, and that's why I bought it. I recently just picked up some Heart Keys too, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to be able to use them for the first time in a couple weeks on stage, because our band normally runs direct, but we're actually playing at Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant. That's from 10 to 2, and that's Michigan. I'm in Michigan. So we're playing at our beach party band Nautic Bound is playing at Soaring Eagle Casino on January 27th of this year, which is in 2 weeks. And we're also playing there again on February 23rd, Friday, and on March 8th, which is also a Friday, at the Ascend Lounge. That is such an awesome experience. Our band played there twice last year, and it's a giant stage with a sound guy. So we're bringing our amps this time instead of running direct. I'm going to be able to use the Hartkey stack. I got a 15 and a 4x10 in the LX8500. That's exciting. So I got a lot of exciting stuff I want to do. I want to do some like proper reaction content for you guys. My editing skills will get better as time goes on. That's a lot I have to learn. I've only done bass covers up to this point. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I need some feedback. What would you guys like to hear on the channel? Yeah. And this is kind of just me spitballing. You know, I wasn't going to write a script for this just because we're just checking out some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope you guys like the kind of free flow thing. I will plot points out in future videos to kind of keep the structure flowing, you know? But yeah, so that was just me spitballing. I would like to do some live streams, maybe some Q&As. I love talking about music, life in particular, because there's a lot of things that life and music overlap with, philosophy-wise and feeling-wise, and because we're very emotional creatures, and music is one of the ways we get that emotion out. So yeah, if you guys would like to hear any specific topics be discussed, please drop them in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. That's the first time I've ever said that, ever, because I normally just do bass covers with no vocal overlay. So yeah, for the first time, 2024, I've said it. Like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ding dong. You know what I'm saying? So you always keep up to date with the videos. And with that, we're almost at a half hour now, so I really need to cut this out. I got work in the morning. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out and stay funky.